Actually, Bittinger got a problem. Things going bump in the night, literally. Doesn't know what it's about. Doors opening and closing when doors are actually closed. Hearing things and all this sort of thing. Don't know. Let's ask on behalf of whoever it is, whatever it is. And let's just see what we can get. What we're going to do, we're going to use the Konxari cards. I've just got this little talisman here for the four guardian angels of the north, south, east and west, or the front, the rear, left and right actually. And we'll just place that there just to protect us as we do this sitting. We're using Konxari cards. Konxar is the Egyptian for talking to the dead. And of course, a lot of people would use Ouija board or something like that. But of course, when we use Konxari cards, we put the Ouija board away. So as we shuffle these cards, we ask on behalf of the spirit who is there right now. Have you anything to tell us? What is your purpose? Why are you there? What are you? What is the meaning of this? Commune with us through these cards and move among us. Blessed be to all absent friends. And we just cut the deck like that, and then we'll just place them there for now. What we do next is we have to lay the cards out in like a configuration, like I don't know, it's a compass type configuration, isn't it? So actually we'll deal these cards out. What we do, we deal out usually about 12 cards here. Just place them, I don't know, just place them around somewhere where you can see them, of course. I just put those together there. Normally they're a bit further apart normally. But I'll show you that why in a moment. We'll just place them there. And then we just go around here. That's 4, 5. And let's just put our little protection amulet there, as you would say. And we just go around like this, around in a circle like this, and then of course once we've done that, we then have to remove the 4 cards we're never supposed to see, and we're not supposed to see these 4 cards out of respect for the dead, out of respect for whoever is there in your home, Ashley. So what we'll do, bearing in mind that this reading is a reading for them, it's not your reading, Ashley, this is their reading. Whoever it is there, this is their reading. This is a message from them, about them. So what we do, we remove the north, south, east and west cards. I'll just remove them in the order that they come. And the reason we do that, of course, is out of respect for them. You're never supposed to see these 4 cards. You can leave them in, but you just don't flip them. So what we normally do is you just take them out and then just place them at the bottom of the deck like so. And then we just move. Normally supposed to place the deck to the side here, but I'll place them just up there, just so they're out of the way in that sense. I've got these mediumship cards as well. We could probably shuffle them a bit later if we need them. Let's see what we've got here first of all, though. We'll deal out the first card, or flip the first card. Remember, these 2 are together, so we just move them apart a bit like that. So you've got this sort of cross configuration here, haven't you? And then of course you've got like these here, vertical and horizontal, and then you've got diagonal that way here. So the first card is this. Let's see what Spirit has to reveal about their presence and maybe their purpose or whatever. What is going on here? Let's just see what that card is. And you've got Dream. And the letter J. With these letters here, there's sometimes letters and numbers, and like Ouija board, you could think of it as Ouija board with in the form of a pack of cards. Ouija cards, or you could call them. But they're a bit more than that, because other than just having letters and numbers and yes and no and things like that, they've got they've got a keyword, a photograph, and then these symbols here as well. So these are Konxari cards. And you put the Ouija board away when we use these, like we've done, so we're using these. And there, as you can see, Dream. And notice how the child, or you're saying about the children in bed at night, and these things are happening at night time. Maybe it's happening during, maybe it's happening during their dreams and things. Is it a dream that's affecting all this? Do you say they he's hearing voices in the dreams? I don't know. It's a very interesting thing that card should come up, really. Dream. So let's see what about that dream. We can just pull a few more cards out of there just to see what else is knocking about, and then we can sort of try and join everything together, link it all together. Murder, and the male card, sort of symbol of male, Mars, whatever it is, and then of course the letter K. So you just show you that card there. It would appear as though we're getting literally that maybe it's because of in that property that you've had there was a murder, and it's affecting the dreams of those who sleep there. That seems to be what is going on. This is what Spirit seems to be saying. I want to now pull another card to see what's going on in the central influence or whatever it is. Let's just flip this card over here to see what that is. Luke, and there of course you've got the number 4. We can these letters and numbers, we can lay them out in a row later on the cards, and then you can probably see if there's a hidden message from that spirit that's in your property. Luke. It seems as though it's saying, as if to say, yes. Murder is the reason why of what's going on. It's in your dreams, of course. Your dreams, it's affecting your dreams. But look, you must look for the answer, and you will find it. I suppose I don't know about search for, but certainly look for anyway. Let's just see what this card is. So we've got these 4 in the middle. We can somehow try and work out what's going on there. Look, past. We've got like the letter Y, and of course the yin yang symbol, the Taoist symbol there of the past. Yes, obviously linked to the past. Murder in the past, maybe. And you must look in the past, maybe. You must look in the past for the answer, which it is affecting your dreams now. Whatever's affecting your dreams now is to do with the past, a murder in the past. But you must look in the past and toward that, whatever it was. Maybe there's something like a history thing, if there's something in the local library or something like that you could try and find out, or not about the deeds of the property, but certainly if there's any local knowledge about what happened in the house, and you will find that there was a murder, but you must look for that, and it was obviously in the past, naturally. and it's affecting. I mean, I suppose that something could happen in the future and it could be affecting now. I don't know about that particular sort of scenario, but this is clearly just saying a murder in the past is affecting your dreams, and you must look. You must look for it. For the answer, I suppose yourself. Spirit is saying, look and you will find me. You look and you will maybe get justice for me. I don't know. I'm sort of getting that that sort of thing where I'm not saying as if Spirit is asking you to sort of solve the crime or whatever, but certainly maybe if something's happened and it hasn't been quite investigated or never, maybe you're the one to sort this out. I don't know. Now, of course, we've got these other 4 cards here, haven't we? Let's investigate and see the next card that was done. Of course, the next one was the one here, but we take that out, don't we? So the one after this one has been taken out, and of course every other one there, because out of respect for the spirit that's coming through now. So we just pull this next one. This is the next one that will have been drawn here. Let's just pull out this card here to see what energy there. Again, look at that again. The yin and yang again is appearing again with the number 1, and of course it just says the end. The end. I wonder what that's all about. Maybe, I don't know. Let's see. We'll have to investigate this because this is spirit coming through here. The end, I suppose, is next to these 2 cards here, isn't it? Next to the dream and next to the past. Maybe the end ended in the past with the murder. I don't know. I suppose that's understandable, isn't it? Of course. The end is nigh, or the end is happening now. Maybe the end, you must look to end it. Maybe you must look and solve the murder. I don't know what this is. The end. I'll just leave that one just for now until we get to these other 3 other cards we can pull out there. We'll just flip some more out and let's just see if there's anything. The end seems to be there. Look at this now. What's this one? Is that memory? I think it is, yes. And the letter I. So that's got other symbols on, like alchemy type symbols, hasn't it, and things like that. So there you've got the letter I and memory. That's interesting. Maybe, of course, memory. Maybe there is a memory of a murder in the past. Look at that. Memory, murder, past, memory, a memory of the past, the murder, whatever, in the past, and it's affecting the dreams. And there's like a line as you go sort of through to it there, look, as if it's affecting the dreams. A memory of a murder. Maybe if it's your daughter there, Ashley, or something that remembers a murder in the past or something, or is it? I sometimes think it seems to be saying that there was a murder in the property there that you're in right now, and it's that's affecting a murder in the past. That, of course, the end there. I still don't quite get the end one. That's just baffled me a bit. That one has thrown me. But of course, it seems as though, isn't it interesting? But it's nevertheless memory, something that you remember, maybe something in the past that you remember. There's something in the past that you remember, a memory of in the past of the past, a past memory concerning a murder, which is affecting the dreams, which is brought about the end of, or something I don't know. But this is sort of like, of course, going round in circles, literally in that sense, aren't we, to some degree. What's this? Of course, look. You must look. You must look. Seek and thou shalt find. That seems to be what Spirit is saying, isn't it? Let's pull out this next card just to see what Spirit has to say there, or what the energies are around this situation. Age and the number 9. I suppose the number 9, with it being 3 times 3 is 9, you can't go any higher than the number 9. I suppose that's probably one of the reasons, I don't know. But the number 9, as I said, we'll lay out to the cards with all these letters and numbers, and then you can do like an anagram game, as you would say, and see if Spirit's left you a message. This will be a message for you, of course, Ashley, won't it? Age. The and, age, of course, if it was age that ended anything, then of course it wouldn't be a murder, would it? But certainly, maybe. Why am I getting this? I'm getting this feeling as though, yes, the person who was murdered, the spirit that is in your property now, that's affecting your dreams right now, that you must look for in the past. This old person was murdered. Although the end would have come anyway with this old person, with them being old, of course. Nevertheless, it was an old person that was murdered. Why am I getting that? It seems to be all sort of tying in, doesn't it, there? The mystery seems to be unfolding before us. Let's just see the final card now, to see what else this is. Let's just rotate that there, just to see what that card is there. Otherworldly, and of course you've got the letter T, and like a flash of lightning, like a symbol. I don't know if that's an alchemy symbol or what it is. I'll just call them alchemy. If in doubt, it's an alchemy symbol, if you don't know what it is. But maybe a flash of lightning is an idea, maybe a flash of a lightning idea. Why I'm locking onto that, I don't know. Maybe the pictures here may spark something in your memory, literally. Otherworldly, of course, we know that, don't we, Spirit? We know that you are in the other world, or are otherworldly, and otherworldly, the end in otherworldly, concerning the murder that brought about the end of this old person, and that you must look, it was in the past, and it's in a memory of the past, a past memory that's creating the dream. Notice the dream is affected by otherworldly, as if the otherworldly, like otherworldly energy or spiritual energy, is affecting the dreams of the person concerned, if it's your daughter or whoever it is there, and it's this spirit is having an effect on that. But the reason spirit is having an effect, it's an old person whose end, I suppose, literally was brought about through murder in the past, and there is a memory of that. You must look for it. A memory, now, in the sense of the memory, not so much that you or your daughter or whoever would remember, or even if maybe somebody, maybe there's a memory, a collective memory in the community who may remember what it was, but maybe the memory is something to do in the past. It could be, like I say, as in history, like if you look in the library, or it might be in archives or something like that, church archives or something, or whatever, I don't know, concerning that. But the memory seems to say as if somebody remembers. We do not forget, Ashley, we do not forget. And my spirit is saying, yes, I was old when my end came, but my end's nevertheless. Although I was old, I was brought to my end. I was brought to my end. Somebody took my life and sent me into transition, into the spirit world. And what about the knocking of the doors, you say, about doors opening and closing and things like that, and whatever? How would that have an effect on although you don't actually see the doors opening and closing, but you hear them. Are you hearing doors opening and closing or not? Or are you just hearing what you think is doors opening? Of course, they always say a silent house is a dead house, don't they, sometimes, in the sense of you've got to have a few knocks and bangs, a few expansions and contractions. It proves that the house has been lived in. But of course, yes, even if it's been died in, but in that literal sense, but of course the way that, but this is to do, yes, Ashley, sadly, Spirit is saying that this is to do with a murder. I want to see what this old person has to say, who it is. I want to just pull out, want to just shuffle. We ask Spirit, we thank you for your presence and for the message that you are giving Ashley and us as we do this sitting now, and we just ask, what have you a message for Ashley? Have you a message? And we just cut the deck. Blessed be to all absent friends. We don't know the name of this person, do we? Normally we do a reading for them. We usually have a name, don't we? And we can. This is if we want to contact grandma or granddad or a dead relative or friend or whatever. It's helpful to know who they are, the name. But in this case, we don't know, do we? We're literally having a stab in the dark, and literally, I suppose, in that sense. Obviously, we don't know how the person was murdered, so to say things like that would be maybe a bit flippant. Let's just see what this first card is here. We'll do 3 cards just to see if there's a basic message that the Spirit has to have this old person who was murdered in the past, for which there is a memory. Don't be afraid, the Spirit is saying to you. Don't be afraid, Ashley. Regardless of the fact that I was murdered and taken. Yes, I was old and probably sort of had a good innings anyway, nevertheless. But don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. These dreams that are affecting you because of the energy that's there. But you must look, of course. Remember, you must look. You must look in the past, at the past memories. Look in the history. Do some research. That seems to be what Spirit is saying. The end came to this old person because of murder, and it's affecting your dreams, which is otherworldly. The dreams that you're having are being affected by the other world or the other side, as you would say, and it's to do with the end of this old person. If you can see that, and of course, the old person. Look for that old person in the memories. How things link there. But don't be afraid, Ashley. Don't be afraid. I'm just saying, don't be afraid to you. And also I want to say, Spirit is just saying, Ashley, I was met by so many loving people when I went over. So this old person, although they were murdered, although their life was taken so tragically by maliciously or whatever, nevertheless they were met by so many loving people, which I suppose is some consolation when you consider the way they were taken. So at least in a way that's, but you must look for that. So at least their loved ones were there waiting for, and that's nice to know, Spirit, whoever you are. That's nice to know. Maybe their name, maybe when we deal out these cards here and put them in a row, maybe the anagram might tell us what their name is, maybe there may be a name there. That's just another thing, isn't it? Let's just see what this 3rd card is here. Of course, don't be afraid. I was met by so many loving people, Ashley. Life is a series of choices. Choose love, Ashley. Don't choose the hate that sent me to the Summerlands. Choose love, and that way you will be protected from whatever energy or whoever it was. If they are still alive, you will be protected from that. That seems to be what's been said. I don't know what this is about, but maybe the person who did it is probably still alive. But you'll be protected if you choose love, Ashley. And that's what it's about. I was met by loving people, and of course, of course, you choose the love that met me when I passed over, and we will probably meet again. But who am I? What is my name? Maybe my name is here in these cards. So what we're going to do now is just grab these here, grab them as you would say, just put them together, just place them neatly there, and then just to sort of temporarily lay them to rest, I suppose, we just get the rest of the deck and just put that on top and just move this. We won't clear the deck yet because we're not finished, are we? So what we'll do now is gather these cards up, I suppose in the order they were dealt, or in reverse to the order they were dealt, in the same way I do when I undo tarot cards, you say, when you collect tarot cards back up again. And then we will start, we'll just deal out the cards just here on the deck here, just in front of you there, so you can see. And then let's see if there's a name that's appearing, or some sort of clue, maybe. So we've got the letter J there. So if you've got a pen, it's time to everybody else who may be watching this, get a pen and write it down, see if you can probably maybe have a comment or something to say about it. The letter J, and of course the letter K, the number 4, the letter Y, the letter Y, the number 1. Number 1, is that 14 or 41? I don't know, or either. I don't know. I'm just trying to think. Thinking's dangerous, isn't it? Actually, really, when you're halfway through something. The letter I. So don't let me put you off while you're just writing these down here, and we'll just leave them there for you to. And the number 9, of course, number 9, and then finally, and then finally the letter T. So can you see that letter T? Yes. Can you see him at the end of my finger? I can see the end of my finger. So there you go. So you have a write of that down there, and see if there's any like a name or a place, or even a place or anything that may sort of give us a clue to who or why or when or what. It's interesting, that, isn't it? So with that, I think Spirit, we can say to Spirit now, Mary, did we meet, Spirit? In the sense of love is the law. Remember, choose love, actually. That's what Spirit seems to be saying, not the hate that killed me off. Whatever the motive was, it's terrible, isn't it, when you've murdered them, the motive for that. But love is the law, love is the bond. Mary, did we meet? Mary, do we now part? And, of course, Spirit, whoever you are, Mary, may we meet again. Blessed be to all absent friends.